Welcome to Behind the Firewall. I'm C&N teammate Lindsay Bickley, and I have the privilege of facilitating these discussions with our in-house experts as they unpack the latest topics in cybersecurity and how it impacts your business. Welcome to Behind the Firewall. Joining me for today's call is C&N's Director of Retail Operations, Cassie Brelo. As part of Get Smart About Credit Month, Cassie is going to be sharing some tips geared especially toward young adults and teens on how to spot fraud and how to protect information online. Cassie, welcome. Thank you for being on the show today.
Hi, Lindsay. Happy to be here.
Great. So I just want to remind our listeners that September is Get Smart About Credit Month. And during this time, we have a special focus on providing financial education to our young people, especially teens and young adults, by teaching them skills for managing credit and making smart financial decisions. And as we all know, part of being financially savvy is learning how to spot fraud. So, Cassie, let's start off by reviewing some tactics that you have seen fraudsters use to target young adults and teens in particular.
Well, Lindsay, fraudsters certainly do not care about the age of their victims. They will target anyone. But we have seen very often specific tactics that they like to use to target teens, such as offering free in-game currency or other items to try and lure them into clicking on a malicious link or sharing personal information. Social media impersonations is a big one. Friendship scams, trying to obtain their secure access code that they get when they're trying to log into their digital banking app or access their accounts online shopping scams. Financial aid scams is a big one for those teenagers that are getting ready to, go off to college. Sending text messages with a malicious link, hoping that they'll click on it. And lastly, using fear or aggressive language to try to pressure the victim into giving up sensitive or confidential financial information.
Oh, wow. Wow. It sounds like they really know their audience well. So what advice would you have for teens and young adults to keep their information safe online?
Well, as young adults, we certainly recognize that this is newer territory for them when it comes to having to protect their financial information online. So it's really important that we educate them and that they know that their bank will never ask for their debit card PIN. They will never ask for their digital banking login credentials or for a secure access code that they received when they're attempting to log into their bank's digital banking app. So never provide this information to anyone if you're asked for it.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think we can stress that enough. C&N will never ask for that information, right?
No, we will not. That's correct. Before you enter personal information online, check the web address. If it starts with HTTPS, the S stands for secure. So if it's just HTTP, stop. Don't use that site. Don't share your details. Think of the S in the HTTPS as meaning safe. So if there's no S, no share. Never click on a link in a text or email without validating that it's legit. So if a text appears to be from your bank, don't just assume that it is. Don't click on the link. Call your bank and let them know you received it and verify if it really did come from them. If you received an email, you can hover over the link in that email. And a really neat trick is when you hover over the website address, it will show you the true path that it will go to if you click on it, which might be a totally different address than what shows in the email. So that's something really handy and important for people to be aware of. Be careful what personal information and pictures you post on social media. This is a big one for our teen audience, right? All of that information can be used by scammers to impersonate you and attempt to steal your identity. Use strong passwords and passphrases. And anytime you have the opportunity, if you're creating an account online, enable two-factor authentication if they offer it. So that will really help protect all of your online accounts and all the various passwords that you have out there.
Mm-hmm. And I think phones make that pretty easy to do the two-factor authentication.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So CNN has a number of different resources available that I just want to make sure that our audience is aware of. So if you go to cnbankpa.com and you go to our Resource Center menu, you'll see educational video links available to you. We also have additional information on that same menu in our Money Armor online security page that talks about different services that CNN offers to customers. And it doesn't matter your situation or your stage of life, we have resources for everyone. There are options available specific to our teens. If you're age 14 and above, you can enroll in CNN's Just for Kids program, and that's offered in partnership with a company called Bonsai. They offer free online interactive financial education courses. Bonsai also offers a digital citizenship course that will help prepare teens to be practicing online activity in a safe manner. And once you become old enough to have a credit card, or maybe you have a big life event that you need to borrow money for, like going to college or buying your first home, CNN has a tool called Savvy Money, and that can help monitor your credit health and alert you to any suspicious activity related to your credit score. So keeping tabs on your credit score is an important part of protecting yourself and your money as you become an adult in today's financial world.
Yeah. Wow. Cassie, thank you so much for those really helpful resources. And we will be sharing all of the links that Cassie mentioned in the show notes. You'll be able to see the Bonsai and the Just for Kids program and our website as well. It's great to know that there are resources for every stage, right?
Yes, that's very important to us, that we're supporting our customers in all walks of life.
Yes. Yep. Well, Cassie, thank you so much for joining us on today's call.
Thank you for having me, Lindsay.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Behind the Firewall, and stay tuned for another episode next month.
This podcast is brought to you by C&N, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.